Alright, before we welcome our first guest, let's just cut across to the Morningstar India Investment Conference 2014, where Niranjan Rajput, Director Manager Research at Morningstar India, is moderating a panel consisting of Anu Bhaskar of UTI Asset Management, Mahesh Patel of Birla Sun Life, Prashant Jain of HDFC Asset Management, and Sunil Singhania of Reliance Asset Management Company.
India is at a 17-18 year low. So I think I would say things look quite good and decent to me.
Okay. Anup, same question to you, but more in perspective of mid-caps. Like mid-caps you have seen have rallied almost 70% from the September lows, and maybe a few stocks which are looking good might be up even 200-300%. So are you finding value in mid-caps, or still there are some bottom-up stocks available wherein you find value in that space?
I think more than the mid-cap segment, the segment that worries us is a small cap segment, because there has been almost like a bubble-like kind of move that's happened. So if you look at the BSE small cap index, almost 43% of the stocks there have given a return of actually more than 100% in the last 12 months. They've been almost 10% of the stocks of the index have given a return of just more than 400% return. And if I was to ask out here which were the two best performing stocks from that index, I don't know whether anyone would know those companies. And those companies are up by this figure of 30 times and 20 times. So I think that's the segment of market where there has been a lot of speculation.
Right.
So that worries to some extent. Today the small cap index trades at a premium to the Nifty, which usually is a good signal for us to be a little cautious on that part of the market. In terms of the mid cap, I think so. The value part of it has got eroded because of the move that is there. But there is always expectation that when you are at the turning point of economy, and when you are going to see a cusp of actually higher growth in terms of GDP growth rate, and actually lower inflation and lower interest rates, then this segment tends to grow at a much faster pace than the case of large caps, and that is the kind of hypothesis that everyone today has about that segment. But if you see the signs, actual signs of earnings growth are still very moderate.
Right.
So it's more of the case that in the past when we've had these kind of scenario, then it's been followed by very high growth. So
right.
People are looking at that expectation as such.
Right.
For the segment.
Okay. Mahesh, moving to you next, all the earlier bull runs that we saw have been led by one or two sectors. Like 1990s you had cement, late 1990s maybe IT was one sector which we looked at, 2000 you had infra and real estate. Which are the sectors or themes you are looking at which might work this time, or is it going to be more like a broad-based kind of a rally?
Well, I think we are at the bottom of the economic cycle, and looking at the stable government at the center, what we have, I think it's high time that if you really want to get a GDP growth back to around 7-8% kind of a level, then in the last 3 years you've seen investment cycle collapsing. So I think the government will also, if you look at the budget which was presented, though not much, but the thrust would be in terms of getting the manufacturing cycle back, the infrastructure sector back on track. And I think with growth, GDP growth likely to pick up from around 5% to around 7-8% in the next 3-4 years. Obviously domestic cyclical sectors, will lead that. And if you take a proxy to that, I think banking and financials would be one. But I think the manufacturing and the infra story could again really come back strongly. And if we expect interest rates to also moderate down, we are seeing inflation now. I think the big story this time would be that inflation, whether it can remain at reasonable levels for a sustained period of time. We have seen the policies of the earlier government probably were, especially rural wage inflation was very high. Policies of distributive which kept inflation levels at very high levels. I think if the way inflation is headed, and also global, this time around the global growth is pretty weak, commodity prices are low, then I think the rate sensitive sectors, stocks, I think those could be the sectors actually which could lead the rally in this upturn.
Sure. Just one thing which I actually checked with the fixed income guys also yesterday, but how do you see the US interest rates impacting the interest rate cycle in India, and will that kind of have a negative impact even on the Indian equity markets as of now?
So, I mean, obviously US is likely to increase interest rates probably 6 months down the line, and we are on a cusp where we're looking at interest rate cuts probably 3 or 6 months down the line. I think there is a fear that US increasing interest rates, how would that really impact, because you could see, we already seen dollars trending in anticipation to that, and money getting withdrawn from some of the risky asset class. But I think if you look at the differential between US interest rates and Indian interest rates, while they will moving in opposite direction, but I think the differential is still pretty large compared to historical average. And also it's a function of the inflation differential between what's there in US and India. So you're looking at a regime where India inflation would be significantly lower than what we have seen in the last 3-4 years. I think then even with interest rates moving in divergence between US and India, I think it can still not lead to a significant distortion, okay, and flight of capital, okay, which normally one would have expected going forward. Obviously, one time you will see risk across global asset classes, which could lead to short-term correction, but I think things could normalize pretty soon.
Sure. Sunil, moving to you, basically like you look at a lot of small cap and mid cap stocks, so, and e-commerce is I think one theme which has been emerging quite strongly in terms of at least private equity moving to that space. You are talking about Flipkart having valuations of close to $8-9 billion or so. What are these new sectors or themes that you are witnessing as of now which might be of interest to investors as well as advisors?
So I think one thing is that India is a great country and India is a very different country. India is a country led by entrepreneurs, driven by entrepreneurs, and I think that makes it all the more, you can say, interesting from an investor's perspective, because you have so many different options. The other thing is, at least we believe that India is behind the world by 15-20 years, but that's an advantage, because what has happened in the other parts of the country is ultimately going to happen in India. I think looking at all this, we were a little early in terms of the building material companies. 2-3 years back, we felt that once the standard of living rises, once urbanization happens, more houses are created, you'll have the tile.
That was from Morningstar conference, but from Axis conference, the Power and Coal Minister Piyush Goyal is speaking.
The power sector, which I represent